I had OBS had the update out of nowhere, and then it messed up my plugin for my camera. So then I had to fix all this, and now we're even shorter on time. So we're gonna continue the video now, so we can hopefully get to some Zenless Zone Zero.
3. A heretic appears. The release of Miyabi in 1.4 was a weird case for many reasons, as she was by far.
You know what's funny about that, about him saying that? I literally said that too, like in the first part of the video, and I thought that as well. It's like, wow, it feels crazy that we're getting such a powerful character like this so early. Usually they don't come until like later on in the game, like, you know, like Jinshi, maybe Carthia.
Or the strongest DPS agent in the game, reaching new damage ceilings other agents couldn't even fathom. It felt like anything her sword touched just disappeared, and many players started saying nothing in ZZZ was Miyabi resistant, trivializing the content with little effort. It got to the point where if you didn't pull for Miyabi, some players in the community would laugh or shame you. And trust me, I know. She was so much stronger than anything else on her release that agents like Elle and Joe were constantly catching strays. And a great example of this was the infamous damage calculation that showed M0 Miyabi being better.
What is this? M6 Ellen is worse than M0 M1 Miyabi. Oh my gosh. Miyabi does 2 times the damage M0 Ellen does. M6 Ellen is about a 60% increase for M0. This would make M0 M1 Miyabi about 25% better than M6 M1 Ellen. Miyabi is just a better character with a greater AoE and a dedicated set, easier combos, good interruptions, resistances, and faster sprinting speed. And I mean, I'm glad they completely overhauled Ellen, because now she feels really good and complete. But wow, that was absolutely true before.
Better than M6 Ellen. Just keep in mind this was pre-buff Ellen. But as the great saying goes, with great power comes great drama. And my source to that quote is, I made it the f*** up. On December 26, 2024, St. Tomtaz made his first video on ZZZ, and let's just say, the community wasn't, happy.
I want to check that
God,
video
that thumbnail is beautiful. I mean, it's a problem. It's a problem. I could sit here and go through the ongoing war between St. Tomtaz and the ZZZ community, but I don't get paid enough for that. Whether you hate him or love him, or whether you agree or disagree, it is an undeniable fact that the term HP inflation would become a lot more prevalent throughout the entire community after his arrival. And this would lead to some players asking questions on different platforms, such as, is Miyabi too strong? Was she actually a problem? Would Hoyoverse start expecting more players to have her and increase the in-game content accordingly, making accounts without her fall behind? It actually got to the point where brief comparisons with a character named Acheron from Honkai Star Rail were being drawn. So when the patch 1.6 drip marketing happened a couple months later, and the new agent revealed was Soldier Zero Ambi, whether you want to believe it or not, there was a mild concern to see what direction Hoyoverse would take, as they just released Astra Yao in 1.5, bringing a new level of support the game had never seen. And right after, they were now about to make the current face of the game into an S-ring DPS. Would they continue to push the agent ceiling? Or was Miyabi just a special case, being a Void Hunter? But I believe we all know what actually happened soon after. However, I still believe patches 1.5 through 1.7 are very interesting to go back and look at, because there was a common trend being set during this time. Chapter 4. The Calm Before the Storm.
Let's keep improvisations on stage, shall we?
Patches 1.5 through 1.7 was a special time for the game in my honest opinion. They made it clear no DPS was going to overtake Miyabi anytime soon, with the releases of Evelyn, Sambi, and Hugo, while also releasing more general agents for more teams at the same time.
So we got the new Void Hunter that I got shafted on. Got fucking stupid ass cat girl. Mad as hell.
Like Astra Yao, Trigger, and Vivian. And outside of a couple exceptions, no boss felt too restrictive, and it genuinely felt like player expression was at an all-time high.
Song on my skin, I count like shooting star, you can never resist. Rapping, no man, that just might be me. It might clear this in the ceiling could be a limit. I'm coming to you where upside down. So the knee, we can't stay but toe down. Play yo-yo to keep me turning, spin me up. Yeah, wait, don't stop, don't stop. Got a better say, better all mine. Made my own best, never rewind, yeah. Shouldn't speed it up, waste my whole life, yeah. So keep your eyes on me.
Appreciate the cinema though. I'm gonna just get right to it.
With the first anniversary for Xenoblade Zero finally here in 2.0, players had a lot to look forward to. Whether it was continuing the main story, the 2.0 anniversary rewards, or getting their hands on our new Void Hunter level agent, Ishwin. Everything looked promising in the beginning, and seemed like ZZ could have a seamless 2.x version era. However, even with all this, the talk about HP inflation in the game's future didn't die down. In fact, it grew. But if we were to go and reference these charts here, we can see at the beginning of 2.0, it was not inflation, but rather HP deflation for both Shield Defense and Deadly Assault. Shout out to my friend Fish, by the way. He made all these charts for me, and I greatly appreciate it. Link to his spreadsheet in the description below. But HP is not the only thing being brought up this time as well. As with the introduction of Ishwin, we now had access to a brand new class called Rupture. And following the introduction of Rupture came a new enemy mechanic called Miasma. And while yes, this mechanic was designed with Rupture in mind, it still felt fair. And that's because you did not need Rupture agents at all to deal with it, as defensive assist, dodge counters, and ultimates would all reduce the shield. And because ultimates were so effective against it in general, it made agents like Seth and Caesar's ultimate finally have a good use case, as in almost every other scenario, using their ultimate was a waste of time. And then furtherly, you were greatly rewarded for breaking the shield, as upon breaking a Miasma shield and Shield Defense, the boss would immediately lose 15% of their max HP, effectively meaning you only had to do around 85% of the total HP to defeat them. And for Deadly Assault bosses, when you break their Miasma, you do around 2.5% of their total HP. But just remember that Deadly Assault bosses have way more health than Shiyu, so 2.5% is still a lot. And on top of all of this, your entire team will gain 80 energy as well, allowing you to immediately capitalize after the shield break. So Miasma so far has not been an issue, and it is nowhere near as restrictive as some might have thought it would be. But that's not all the anniversary patch gave us, as we also got our first ever agent to get buffed in Ellen Joe. And I bring this up to not really discuss Ellen's changes specifically, but more so what this buff meant for the future of the game as a whole, as this buff is what led players to believe that if older agents start to underperform, the ZZ devs will be able to breathe life into them once again.
That's what I would.
But even after this, some
Ellen felt amazing now, but I'm guessing there's gonna be an issue.
believe this may have just been a one-time thing and would never happen again. A fluke, you may say. But now with the Soldier Zero ambi buffs coming in the future, we now know that Ellen's buff was no mere fluke, and they will continue to do this when they deem necessary. But overall, throughout all patch 2.0, the endgame still felt fair, balanced, and not that big of an issue. That is, until we get to the next chapter of this story.
No, what is it now?
Chapter 6. The
so
Shill Era
depressed.
begins.
The Shill Era.
The talk around HP inflation really hit its peak recently with the arrival of the new Deadly Assault boss, Defiler. God damn, she thick! What the fuck? As this was by far the most public outrage I have ever seen from the community before. And a lot of players will say that HP inflation needs to stop. And to that, I actually have to disagree, as I believe that statement isn't strong enough. So rather saying HP inflation needs to stop, we should be saying agent shilling needs to stop, or at least not be as egregious. But some of you may ask, what does shilling mean? Well, lucky for you, my good friend Nix has a great definition for this. Shielding is when something is inherently designed to push a specific character or archetype to perform in their best possible conditions, and in some cases, even overperform. And this is why I can't stress enough that the real issue is far more than just an HP problem. And in fact, if it was truly just HP only, then you as a player would not feel it nearly as bad. And to properly explain myself and point of view, we're going to have to go back to 1.4 really quick, when the first signs were being shown to us. Back in 1.4, when Miyabi released, there was a new boss, Bringer, added alongside her. And Bringer was by far the perfect Miyabi boss.
He is so annoying to fight. Because if you fight him with any other agent and he does that hand shit where he does the spirit bomb, you take forever to break him unless you're playing Miyabi.
From the buffs he gave, the hand phase taking great anomaly damage and being much more susceptible to freeze than other bosses, as he was able to be frozen for longer periods of time. Everything about Bringer screamed Miyabi. And if you are a longtime viewer of my channel, you know that I have had the honor to be able to help countless of players for the past year, helping them all to improve their in-game results. And I can confidently say that even back in 1.4, I saw people struggling, and it was almost always against Bringer. And anytime I would try to help someone struggling with Bringer, there was almost always a common factor in place. They didn't have Miyabi. And this could have been they were just taking a break from the game at that time.
Let me guess. Too late, but no Miyabi, of course.
Also could have started the game after 1.4, or the one that shocks everyone till this day. Maybe they just didn't like her. But at the end of the day, not everybody was able to have her on their account for different reasons. So making bosses that shield new agents has been a thing since the beginning. And truth be told, there is nothing wrong with that to a certain extent, as it makes sense that a company like Hoyoverse would want to sell the new agents on banner. But where it starts to become a problem is when the bosses are so tailor-made to the new agents that playing other team archetypes into that boss feels horrible. It's perfectly fine for different archetypes to thrive against specific bosses, should still be able to enter that fight with a fair challenge. And this is where we now go back to patch 2.1 and the arrival of Yuzuha. Yuzuha was the next big support added to Zenless Zone Zero, joining Astriel at the top of the tier list, being an incredible anomaly support while also giving general buffs as well. But with Yuzuha's arrival came a change, as all Deadly Assault bosses will receive a 10% anomaly build-up resistance. Now they have done this, as back in 1.4, Pompeii specifically also had his anomaly build-up increased. But the reason it felt even worse in 2.1 is because of how it changed team rotations. All bosses needed 10% more build-up, while the agent that increased anomaly build-up for the team just so happened to be on banner. And on top of this, specific Deadly Assault bosses such as Miasmic Fiend and Defiler have an additional anomaly build-up multiplier added to them.
This makes this shit feel even worse now for me because I didn't get Astra or her. And now it's just like, this is kind of crazy.
This was such a significant change that months ago a friend named Shiro reached out to me on Discord, and he truly showed me how this affected his teams. And for those of you who don't know Shiro, he is a very good player. But there was many cases now, without Yuzuha on the team, old rotations just didn't work anymore, or in some cases, agents would have to change their gearing requirements. Two great examples of this is Miyabi and Yanagi. Since their release, attack percent on slot 6 was better than anomaly mastery for them, because they both had enough build-up at a baseline that it didn't affect their rotations, making anomaly mastery not needed. But now fast forward to today, and if you watch any high-scoring DA clear using Miyabi or Yanagi, they will both pretty much almost always have anomaly mastery on the 6th slot now. So the release of Yuzuha made a lot of players have to adapt, due to the universal anomaly crease. And this was Hoyoverse's way of shilling for Yuzuha, making her feel much better.
I didn't know it was this bad. And I missed Astra twice. And I missed this new girl.
Pulled than she already was. But now fast forward to today with the release of Seed and the new Defiler boss. We are now seeing even more things added to the in-game to make certain archetypes shine. In the case of Defiler, not only is there already an additional anomaly build-up increase, but there is also a debuff that makes anomaly deal 25% less damage. And to really top things off, some players are saying that Hoyoverse is trying to slow Miyabi down, as they're adding more and more bosses that are starting to either A, resist ice, B, be unfreezable, or C, both. But doing this has caused an unfortunate downside where other Ice agents such as Ellen, Joe, and Hugo are now caught in the crossfire. So it seems to many players that Hoyoverse wants to create more bosses that really caters towards a specific archetype. But if you remember what I said earlier, at a base, there's nothing wrong with this. And it only truly becomes a problem when other archetypes feel they don't have a fighting chance anymore. And while I believe that we haven't gone that far yet, it is valid to have this concern for the future if they don't slow down. So this is much more than just an HP increase. It really is all the following combined: HP, extra modifiers, debuffs, resistances, and in-game buffs, all at the same time. But next time you hear any conversation around HP inflation, I want you to all understand that this is much more than just HP, and it is a multitude of factors all working together,
I'm not gonna lie,
making more issues that could potentially lead us to dangerous roads.
Before this video, but now I'm a little stressed because I don't got either of them girls, bro. And my disc are like pretty dog. Cause like I don't, cause the HP and the new thing what they're doing with the the anomaly, it makes finding these bigger guys hard. Wow.
Future. Chapter 7. My message to the community. Recently, I have noticed that there are those among us that believe anyone who speaks up on this topic is just trying to spread ill will. But I believe they may just be a little bit confused.
I don't know why anyone would think that. It's just Hoyo shields are shit eaters.
So I thought it was a great time today to spread this message to you all, so everyone can be on the same page. First things first, constructive criticism is not toxic. Being positive isn't always good, just like negativity isn't always bad. Being able to critique the things you care for is healthy, and it can be the catalyst that prevents complacency. Because once you become complacent, it becomes very difficult to try and change. And I, for one, do not wish that for this game's future. I speak up because I love. I speak up because I care. I speak up for a community that should want the best for their game moving forward. But if you still don't understand, let me put it to you simply. Someone speaking with passion does not equate to hate. Had we not spoken up about endgame variety,
especially people that ride hard for these Hoyo games, like they're gonna shit on him anyway. But I see where he's. I understand where he's
would there even be a deadly assault? Had we not spoken up about Hollow Zero, would there even be a Lost Void? Had we not spoken up about older agents, would Ellen and Joe have even been buffed? Change happens because of our actions. So long as criticism is done constructively and not dismissively, and good decisions are elevated and highlighted for the good that they bring, then the game can continue to improve. So all I ask is the next time you see or hear someone discussing the game's future, please listen with intent and understand if they are only trying to bring the game down, or if they are someone who truly cares and their passion is just slipping out at the moment. And please never forget, united we stand, divided we fall. And if we are to trip one too many times, it could be game over for us all. Villain Zone Zero is a special game for me, as it is a game that I genuinely love. But it is also the game that made me give YouTube another chance. And I would not be on this platform right now connecting with so many of you every single day if it was not for ZZZ. And considering how much YouTube has changed my life over the past year, I will always feel a little bit indebted to it. But I promise from here on, if things need to be said, I will say them. And if there's something that needs to be praised, I will praise them. Video. And most importantly, thank you to Shin, my trusted editor, as I know he had
Shin, this is pretty much the end of his video. I think it was pretty great from his analysis standpoint of view, and I agree with almost everything. What's good, Ice? Welcome. I was just watching a video on call it ZZZ's problem with HP, and then the changes they made to Anomaly, with like how it's hard to like kill some of the higher level bosses now because they have like anomaly resistances, and then they made it so like now it's harder to use like ice in certain places. So now it's like if you're using Ellen or Miyabi or what's that the new vampire dude, then now Ellen and that new vampire guy are harder to use because they're trying to nerf Miyabi in a way without directly nerfing her. And I was just like, man, it kind of sucks because I don't have Astra, and I don't have the new girl from the Spook Shack, and they're like the two best supports in the game. And they made that Spook Shack girl. They made her right before they did the nerf with like how bosses have a higher resistance to anomalies. So it's hard to build an anomaly. So it's like if you don't have her, then it's hard to do that kind of thing unless you have like really good anomaly, like anomaly level 6 disc. And it's like I was like, damn. I was like, wow, I don't have either of those characters, and my disc on most of my characters aren't even that good. And then also, the guy I was watching, his name is Keddy the Seventh. So if anyone is interested, just make sure to check him out as well. And I was gonna watch 2 more videos, and then I was gonna probably do a little bit of ZZZ, cause I gotta leave. I gotta leave like around like 6:30. Like I had to see though, cause I wasn't able to stream long today because I had to do something, and then I wasn't able to stream yesterday because I had problems. I have Miyabi, but I have to build her to use her with triggering Yanagi. Yeah, what's gonna call it though? The thing is though, Yanagi's her boss, right? I think you're gonna need unless you have anomaly level 6 disc for her, because it's gonna be hard to use her on certain bosses without like somebody that's good at building like ice anomaly, or just an anomaly in general, like that new girl from Shake Shack. And no, I did not see the new Anata gameplay. I didn't watch that. I heard about it. That's the GTA, right? The anime GTA. No, I didn't watch it, but I seen people going crazy about it, saying how excited they are. Is it a long video? Maybe I can squeeze it in, but I won't have as much time to play Zenless Zone Zero. That's what I was planning on doing after these 2 videos I was gonna watch. Looking pretty good so far. I'm definitely gonna be playing it day one. I will be playing it day one. Cause I don't think I'll be able to play the new GTA right away, but I will be playing this. It's 7 minutes. Okay. Maybe I can watch it then. Let me see first. Cause there's 2 videos I wanted to watch from Saint Togatas real quick. Cause I was gonna make some of these into videos. Cause I need to post some new videos. I'm working on some right now, so I'm gonna make these. So let's see. Damn. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna watch this one next stream, cause this one's long as hell. I'm interested in that. Damn, he made. Oh my lord, he's making a lot of interesting videos. Okay, so we're gonna watch this one first, and then we'll watch this one because I don't have time to be watching hella videos right now. This is a 7-minute one. There's a 7 minutes one and a extended one that is 10 minutes. What's the extended one? What, like more gameplay, or is it like with gameplay? And the 7-minute one is like without gameplay. I'm guessing like what, more gameplay? I'm assuming if it's like 10 minutes longer. It should be more gameplay. Okay, maybe we'll check that one out. So I'm gonna just start this so you can get going, because like I said, I don't have OD amount of time, because I gotta end the stream like probably around 6ish, because I started like at 4. Because I was having like some problems on OBS. Like I had to update it, fix some things. And I wasn't able to stream yesterday because I forgot why. I was out doing something. But we're gonna start with Saint Tota's video on ZZ is in trouble first.
Gentlemen, we've got something to discuss today about the game that I believe is heading down one of the most tragic paths in gacha history. The downfall of Zenless Zone Zero is something that I believe should be studied, because
I did feel it though, because they are HP, like I said, and fighting bosses with like high anomaly resistances, they can feel like really bad, bro. Like using certain agents, you just don't do shit. Like especially like fighting the that hand guy that Miyabi's good against. Like if you use like certain agents against them that aren't ice, like you just don't do shit. And then even then, if you use Miyabi, I mean not Miyabi, if you're using Ellen on that dude, the hand guy, she don't do shit. Like, well, when he's in his hand phase, she don't do shit. Like when he's doing the spear bomb move, because you have to do enough anomaly damage to him to break his hand. And coincidentally enough, you know, Miyabi's the best at doing that to him. So
we're in some pretty interesting practices right now. So if you've been keeping up with the news in regards to this game, you would understand that there's been quite a bit of drip marketing that's been released in the past couple of hours. You got your good old Monado over here, teased during version 2.
Is the volume better for you now, Ice, or is it still too low? It's still low. How about now? Is it better? Or is it still too low? It's good now? Okay. Okay, cool. Let's continue then.
Also teased during 2.0. He's going to be an A rank. Some people are upset about that. We'll get to that in a second. And they've also teased another character who basically just looks like Jane Doe and Yishuan combined. Yeah, they basically just took like the pantsuit, whatever that is. Yeah, whatever that piece of clothing is, those booty shorts. They took Yishuan's booty shorts and put on Jane Doe's head and then made her hair blue. Yeah, that kind of just seems to be exactly
I will be trying to get this girl
over
though.
Here. I think there's a little bit of Ganyu mixed in as well with the horns, but that is going to be Lucia. And this is the thing, right? I'm not necessarily going to go ahead and say that there's anything wrong with like the drip marketing, any of that. Some people could say, you know, basically echo the concerns that I just made.
I wanted to try to get enough pulls to pull the new character, but I've been trying to pull her since she released, yo, and I have had no luck. I'm on like I'm down to like 40. I'm down to like the 40 pity level. So I'm like, hopefully I get her in the next pull, but I won't be able to do it on stream because I don't have the time to do it. But
actually want to focus on isn't actually the designs or any of that. It's the date of these announcements. And you would understand that drip marketing
only
is something that occurs before.
I mean, I wish I was in that predicament, bro. Like I don't have even 1,000
version releases. But it's
really
something
like this
that
girl,
occurs
though. I want her.
2 versions in advance. 2 versions in advance, ladies and gentlemen. Because right now, ZZZ is currently on patch 2.1. There's 11 days actually left in patch 2.1. And they are already beginning to drip market for patch 2.3. I think that's a little bit crazy. And it's kind of even crazier when you know that 2.0 is supposed to be like the update that changes everything for this game. And then when they release
they're drip marketing
for
that
version
far ahead,
2.2,
and we're in 2.0,
which is in 11 days. They did it a month ago. They drip marketed for Seed
crazy if this
and Orpheus and Magus. They drip marketed for them on July 24th and July 25th. They did that basically 8 and 9 days into the 2.0 update.
That's actually
in the 2.1 update. 8 or 9
ahead.
days into the 2.1 update, they had these guys come out. And a month later, with that much time left in the patch, we've already got the next set of units. Guys, if you don't understand essentially what is going on here, this is basically an admission from the devs. This is
I think so. For what he's saying here, I think what he's trying to say is what he's basically trying to say is like they're speeding content, like they're speeding out, like they're trying to speed out, like to have things out prepared for players to know, because they're probably losing, like what I was saying to you before, they're about like the HP inflation and what they changed to with the anomaly build-up for bosses. So because of that, that made a lot of players upset in the game, because it's like harder to play and fight bosses because of the anomaly. And if you don't have Astra or that new girl from the Shake Shack with the red hair and the garbage panda, she's like the best anomaly builder, and then Astra's just the best support. So it's like if you don't have either of them, it's just playing the game is just harder for you, and I don't have either of them. So, and what he's talking about right here, though, specifically, is what they're doing in Persona, is like how they're speeding through they're speeding up the banners, or like not in this case, they're not speeding up the banners. They're like more or less they're speeding up, showing what's coming out when we just started this patch, because we just came into this patch with the new characters, and now they're already showing this character, and she's coming out in two patches later than the one we're currently in. So they're already that far ahead, and that's what he's saying essentially.
Basically an admission from the marketing team that this company is getting
desperate.
Yes,
Yazuha. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's her. She with the red long hair.
This game is getting incredibly desperate, to the point where they don't even need to see like what the income, what the trajectory is of the newest units.
Yeah, I didn't know about that, but yeah, if they're doing that, then I think that makes it fine a little bit. I think that makes it a little bit better, because it's just like when you do these kinds of things, when you like speeding up the game like this, it makes it very unfree to play friendly. It makes it hard for people to get the unit they're wanting, because they're like it's unit after unit after unit after unit, and that's what they did in Persona, and that's what's like kind of damn near killed the game for Persona, at least, because they didn't compensate the global players at all. Pretty much, they took out a character they took out like a super meta character in Persona, the mobile game, that was going to be in the standard banner, and they took her out of it, and she's still in the standard banner in the JP, and then we're supposed to get like a free dupe of her in global, and we're not getting that anymore either. She's not in the standard, and we're not getting that free dupe for her anymore. And I don't even know if they even compensate players that well for that either.
They already know that Seed and Orpheus, they already know that these two are kind of already failures. They kind of already know that these two units aren't going to be doing that well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I pretty much stopped playing it. It's not even like they didn't even try to make it as good of a Persona game as it could have been. And then what they're doing with shitting on the player, like us as players, like I just can't support that game like that anymore. Oh yeah, and then Sentosa just basically said, I wasn't thinking about this either, saying essentially they already are seeing Seed and Orpheus as a failure, so that's why they're already trying to show the new Rupture character that's supposed to come out in 2 patches later. And I could see what he's saying about Seed, but I'm very surprised about Orpheus not selling well. I would have thought Orpheus was
kind of like just
really
not
well.
Profitable at all. And because of that, they've already started drip marketing the next set of banners so that people can still retain their hype. Because holy moly, I don't think anyone gives a fuck about these units.
I care. No, I care. I'm not. I care about Orphe and C. I care about them. I like them a lot. But I'm surprised at Orphe though. Yeah, I like Orphe. I don't have the polychromes, but I'm pulling for her until I get her because I need her. I like the Obel squad. They're like my favorite squad so far, and I want her just because she's a good. She does support stuff as well, and I don't have any supports besides like the basic ones you get. I don't have Astra. I don't have Yasuha. So I'm very annoyed. Like I'm very annoyed, bro. Like, I don't have either of them, bro. It's fine. I mean, I understand that. She wasn't really for everyone, I guess. I still would expect her to sell like decently well, but I'm surprised that she didn't sell as well as I would have thought she would have, maybe at least. You know, with all the people saying how they love feet out here, you see them all the time. Like, no, what happened to the feet guys supporting Seed? Also, I just love mechs. And she has a mech.
So process. Why are these devs creating units, creating things that people aren't that interested in the first place, and then going ahead and, you know, integrating them into the game? And the worst part about all of this is that people seem to really be echoing the concerns when it comes to the overused, rehashed designs. You can see over here that this has 26k likes on the new 5-star unit that came out first. Lucia, right? Then you go over to the 4-star Monado. And this guy actually has more likes. This guy actually has more marketing.
I think it's also because a lot of Hoyo players want more male characters. I feel like that's what it is too. Cause I don't care for Monado at all. I don't care for him at all. But that's just me.
And the thing is that, oh my goodness. What is actually going on here, ladies and gentlemen? This looks yet like another character design, another unit that people don't give a shit about.
Reminder
and we're
that
doing
Monado
this
is a
with
high
basically
school
3 5-stars in a row. Look at the likes on these units. 20k on Orpheus.
What are we saying,
24k on Seed.
Monado
and then we got 34k on Monado.
Is taking roids, brother. This is maybe in the not even in the face, because his face he got like in his 20 he got like a 25-year-old face. Like, bro, no.
At least this morning.
Stop
guys,
the bullshit.
If it's not clear what's going on over here, I think it's actually pretty evident. The character designs in this game have been absolutely falling off of a cliff. Pretty much everything in regards to Zenless Zone Zero has been falling off of a cliff. The story, the puzzle design,
honestly, I just been coasting on the game. I've been recently playing it a lot more recently because some of the characters I've been liking. But man, I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think this game was having that bad of an issue this whole time.
It seems like it's AI written, half of it. Progression doesn't make sense. They combine story quests with character story quests, and the end result is every quest feels like trash. And it's completely contrived.
Always.
It feels like it shouldn't make any sense. And there's a Deus Ex Machina coming in to resolve every single plot point. I do love this new character that ends up occurring when you force characters into the story. And they do it over and over again. They're going to be doing the same exact thing for 2.1, or sorry, for 2.2 with Seed and Orpheus, somehow weaving their main stories into the Exaltus plotline. And just imagine what they're going to be doing for these guys. And I just got to say, this isn't even the only issue. There's even more problems that are occurring. I've only scratched the surface here. When we actually click on into
I didn't know it was this bad,
we see some of the retweets and we see some of the discussions that are going on. Ladies and gentlemen, believe me, it does actually get noticeably worse. So we got Jazz over here on X, who's decided to go ahead and compile some comments related to the drip marketing. And I don't think this is even related at all to like the failure in character design. This is more like a mismanagement of character design. People are upset that he's not an S rank. People are upset that he's a 4-star because a lot of the parts of his design, they seem to be better, more engaging, or at least the player base seems to like him a lot more than some of the existing 5-star units. And I'm going to be real here.
I don't see it.
Garbage, dog shit looking designs like this. Like, holy
I'm not gonna lie.
How do we go from
Orpheus is,
Diva
I'm gonna be
and
honest, I don't think
Firefly
Orpheus
to
is dog shit.
this?
That's
What a fucking
crazy. And
abomination.
I don't think she's
She's
a
got
dog
the most
either.
boring face and like just one of the most boring character designs possibly in gacha history, as well as like the voice design on these two units kind of makes people wish they were deaf. It's no surprise that people are upset that Minato is a 4-star, because he kind of is the most well-designed out of the bunch that we've seen. Actually unique body design, all of that, new to the game, and then we just have Yishuan plus God.
Nah, it's not about that. I think he's saying, he's just saying like they designed the male better compared to these new characters, which I disagree with. I think these new characters look way better than Minato. Like this kid, like Lucia, bro. I think she's a bad bitch. I want her so much. So I don't agree with this part of the sentiment.
You plus Jane Doe. So let's read some of those
she's
comments.
A Spook Shack girl?
Fuck ZZZ, boring game, garbage decisions, random nobody gets S rank and joins magically the Spook Shack. Buminato, who was seen since 2.0, gets the A rank treatment just for being male. I hope every banner flops. Can't wait for this game to get washed away. They triggered a certain part of the community, ladies and gentlemen.
Gets S rank and joins magically Spook Shack. But Minato, who was seen since 2.0, gets an A rank treatment for just being male.
A rank after all this. Kinda hate y'all right now. You introduced a character we haven't met yet as an S rank, but not the one so many
I
people
seen
were
that.
excited about.
It's also a ton of drama. It was a ton of drama for him. Like they already made a subreddit for his character, and there was a ton of drama over his over the time of his drip marketing. Because at first he was really weak. Because he didn't buff him. He didn't get any effects of his echo buffs. Because he's supposed to be like an echo buffer. And now he does. So he got buffed up to be a lot better now. So he's actually viable. At first he was dog shit. And then he locked one of his actual moves behind his sequence 3. So if you didn't get his sequence 3, you wouldn't be able to do his full like combat. But I'm pretty sure they fixed that now. So it should be normal.
Adore Minato, but this is super disappointing. You guys fucked up so bad it's painful to watch.
I'm not getting him
one
though.
of the most hyped character, and you set him up as a failure as an A rank DPS. I'm uninstalling.
I'm uninstalling.
Are you kidding me? We are waiting this long for Minato, and he's an A rank. And guys, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm not pulling no Mr. Jokey. I'm not pulling a Mr. Pokey over here and then reacting to posts that only have 1 like that are made by an account with 1 or 2 followers. This is a healthy amount of engagement. Over 4.
Yeah, that's an easy skip for me. I'm waiting for the kill girl. I really want her. And then I don't know if I'm gonna get Cabrina. I don't know. Maybe, because I don't really have any fire agents. I don't have any. I said fire agents, resonators. I don't have any S rank resonators. That's fire. So maybe if I can get lucky to get 1 copy of her, because I really want that new girl that looks like Kill la Kill, and hopefully they do Cartia's rerun soon, because I want to try to finish her, because I thought she was supposed to get a rerun. But if not, then I may just try to get a couple copies of that girl that looks like she's from Kill la Kill, depending on how fun she is to play.
400 likes, or close to 400, on all the comments posting that. I don't think people are very happy with this one.
I feel like the Cyberpunk collab is going to be probably after this, I feel. I feel like it, because it's like, wait, I wonder what's gonna happen after this, because this is pretty much the last set of characters we're getting for this area. So I'm just waiting for that girl with the sword, the katana, really, and maybe Cartia's rerun, and then I don't know if I'm gonna get Gabrina. Oh shit! Let me do that.
I don't think they're happy with this. I don't think they're happy with that, and they're definitely not happy with this one. Cause holy shit.
I'm surprised we don't have anything like that. Like, no, like, dating sim or marriage thing. Like, you know, like how like Girlfriend Line 2 has that thing where you get certain characters the ring, and it gives them buffs as well. I'm surprised we don't have anything like that.
20K is diabolical. 20K on a post like this advertising the new unit is legitimately diabolical. Now let's keep seeing what else we got over here. There's even more comments. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. Made to be an A rank for some ugly fucking...
Damn, I'm not gonna. That's kind of crazy.
I can't believe you made him an A rank after all that hype he got and all that screen time. A rank, seriously, you guys are really trying hard to make me uninstall the game. And then we've even got Age over here. I know I said I wasn't going to react to any of her ZZZ content. Well, this is a tweet, not a video. We can just read her tweet out loud because she posted this publicly. Why didn't you just release him in 2.1 then? Why all the buildup for A ranks? So it seems like this has made everybody mad, and I guess the interesting
so
part,
I think people are just hating on some of these
of
characters just because they're mad that Anata's an A and not an S. I just don't see this like. Or I think Orphe looks amazing. I think Orphe looks great, and I think C looks good too. Same thing with the new girl Lucia. I think they all look good.
These designs were like just better. If the kits were better, the movesets were better. If she didn't look like a 12-year-old writing a segue for 90% of her animations, if she didn't look like actually AI-generated garbage, where the prompt was, Jane Doe, Ganyu, and Yi Zhuan, can you make a character that looks like all three? I feel like people wouldn't be as upset for Minato being an A rank. But he legitimately seems like one of the only units across the last couple of months that's had any effort at all actually put into his fucking design. And then he's an A rank while all the garbage rather than the cream is going to the top. Just as kind of like proof for evidence that the buildup for, you know, the buildup across the past couple of months, knowing that the next 80 days of this game look like this, well, people are quitting. Day one players are actually just quitting. And don't worry.
I didn't know it was this bad, bro.
That they're a day one player as well. I think people are just
I'm a day one player.
Right? I think they've given this game too many chances. Or really, they've given this game enough chances. But Hoyoverse has taken those chances and wiped their fucking asshole with it, giving you dog shit like this instead. I guess the reality is just, this game is just going to continue bleeding players. It is something that has been occurring since version 2.0. A lot of people got baited to come back. And
it looks like ZZZ is about to become a side game again. Cause God, man, this is bad. We need a collab in this game. Weren't we supposed to have a collab in this game? Like what? Wasn't it supposed to be like Devil May Cry or some shit? Forget.
I feel like
we need a real good collab, and then they
because they wanted the game to be good. But I think
reality
reality is starting to finally hit because people have recognized that the last couple of updates, they weren't actually great. And the ones coming up don't look great either. And so I think a lot of people...
Yeah, Saint Tontas is known for being very exaggerated in his opinions. Now I used to watch him every now and then, especially whenever Tectone would talk about him. But if this is... I gotta maybe look into this more, but like I said, so far, from the video I seen just before this, when you joined, and then now this with him saying what he's saying, and you got all the other videos I've seen. Like if you rewatch the stream from the beginning, from the first guy, he made like a compilation of all the people he could find complaining about this, and like on video, like a short compilation. I don't know if it's like all of them, but it seems like this is definitely not like, maybe not as small as what I would have thought it would be, because this definitely seems prevalent, at least enough for people to be making videos on it as well. It's like
people are just deciding to rip off the Band-Aid right now, and I'm just going to be honest, I think that's the right thing to do, because this company in charge of this game has mismanaged it into the fucking ground.
And also, I don't think Saint Tontas is really one to... He can he can be very animated, but I just don't think, for like this, I think he's being pretty truthful. Because like I feel these same issues as like when it comes to the HP and stuff like that. But when he's talking about like the girls being bad though, I definitely disagree on that. Like I think that's a bad opinion. I definitely disagree with what everyone thinks about some of these girls that come out in the game. But the reaction though to some people quitting the game because Minato's A. I mean, I guess that's valid. I think it's valid. I just also think it's a little overblown, because maybe they'll fix them whenever it's released. We never know, you know.
is something that I think should happen so that actual changes can occur. And for the 17th relaunch that this game gets, maybe they'll start fixing stuff. Let's just be honest about this, ladies and gentlemen. What are these developers doing? What is this marketing team doing? What is like the character design team doing? You look at all of this garbage, all of this trash that is coming out over the past couple of months.
I just really
2.1,
saying
2.2,
trash is
2.3 and beyond. And you're just like, how has this game fallen so fucking far? How
I think
has there
Orphe
been
is
such
good
a
as well.
downturn
Seed, I
in
can
things
see
like the
why she
story,
could
in
maybe
things like think about
be in the middle
every
for some
unit that
people,
we
you know,
have
like for
released
Seed.
before.
I
Think
can
about the
understand
lighters.
her being like not everyone's favorite, but Orphe though, I'm surprised they think Orphe's not as good. I really think it's just because people are mad Minato is an S. I think that's why they're really hating on Orphe.
Think about the Miyabis, think about the Yanagis, think about all of these higher quality units, higher quality character designs that were released earlier in the game's life cycle. The character designs have literally just got... I need to look at the ZZZ release schedule. ZZZ banner release. Surely they have one, and we could just take a look at like what the designs are. ZZZ release history. Here we go. Oh, and just as a quick fun thing, yeah, there's a mobile gaming company that's doing game awards for the best game update of the year. They considered HSR 3.0 to be better than ZZZ 2.
Wait. So this is Game Awards for 2025. Let's see. We got Kings. I don't know what the fuck that is. Honor of Kings. I never heard of that. Fucking mobile for FIFA, of course. This is FIFA. I'm surprised, but you know, you just play regular FIFA. But it is what it is. Honkai Star 3.0, Clash of Clans, Talking Angel. What? How is that there? How is that game there?
That's just something to keep in mind. I think that's.
I'm not gonna lie. Who is playing that?
That's
like, how many kids are playing that cat game?
You probably don't. All right, here we go. We got the version updates. All right, so wow, yeah, Vivian and Hugo, very well designed. Silver Ambi and Trigger actually look cool. Astra, Yao, and Evelyn, also good designs. Miyabi and Haruma.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, how is that there? That game, I never even seen. I know what it's inspired from. It's like, you know, the Talking Tom games. But that looked like another spin-off of those games. I'm surprised that's there. That's taking a slot. That beat out ZZZ. That's hilarious. That's actually funny as hell.
Great designs. Yanagi, great. The Sons of Caledon, also great design. And then you had the whole police force. I think the police force looks the jankiest out of the bunch, but I think people still like them, right? It's just, where has it gone? Like, what even is this compared to the past stuff that's been released in the game? Like, this is, without a doubt, like, these are the worst character designs the game has ever had. The worst ones they've ever fucking had. And then the one guy that seems to be able to navigate all the muck, it's an A rank. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Hey guys, Saint from the future
I
over
will
here.
agree, though.
I know we recorded our ZZZ content, all of that.
I want her
to. Full
too.
drip marketing.
She's fucking bad.
So
this bitch right
my
here,
take on
she's a
the
bad
next
bitch.
character,
Holy fuck!
Yidari, that's
look at the ass. God, yeah, yo. Once I get Orphe, bro, I'm saving for I forget. I'm forgetting her name already. The new Shake Shack girl and this bitch. Or she Spook. I don't know. Are they both Spook Shack? I don't know. I want both of them. They're both fucking beautiful to me. I need them.
It's gonna be revealed for version 2.3. Yeah, this character, like, I mean, I guess the character is basically bottom half Yizhuan once again, except I guess they deleted like 50% of one ass cheek. But yeah, the other
and
ass
I love
cheek
it.
is
And I love
1,000%.
And I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I'm a fan, guys. I'll be honest.
Yizhuan pants again. And then you have like Vivian's top. Straight up, all of these new character designs literally just look like they're taking the bottom half and the top half of previously made units that were actually original and then just fusing them together. She's even purple too, like Vivian. So yeah, Vivian top half, like
I can see what he's saying about the clothes,
and
but
then half
you know,
of Yizhuan.
the purple, it's just purple, really.
Whatever the fuck is going on over here for the bottom half. It's just the devs are creatively bankrupt. I feel like these devs are being like forced. They're like chained to their desks, and they're forced to make 2 new characters every update. And for version 2.3, I guess, the designs are so recycled. It is insane. And so, yes, my opinion hasn't changed. This game is going down a terrible path. So, yeah, Saint from the Future, out. I mean,
I want to watch his other videos. He made a couple other ones.
What's happening over here,
I'll probably check him
You
out
piece
next
together
time.
all the evidence that's going on over
one,
here. The absolutely dismal
and then we'll
reception
check out
of
the
these new
Nata
units.
video.
They're released 8 days.
I'm probably
into
not
the
gonna be able to do
update. In a
ZZZ now
desperation
because
plea,
of the time.
11
So I'm
days
just watch
before
I'm
2.2
gonna watch
even
the next
begins,
Saint
they've
video,
already
and then we'll
started
watch,
advertising
Nata.
for units that are releasing 50 plus days from now. They're releasing in 50 plus.
And not that bad, honestly. What you talking about? The character designs, or 'cause I get a little lost sometimes, so I'm not too sure. Are you talking about the characters, or like what he's like specifically referring to, like how with like the A rank stuff of like Minato? Cause I honestly this right here, person, I don't think it's that bad for the people to quit, but you know, everyone has their reasons.
Gentlemen, and they're already advertising them because these characters are such a fucking abomination. I don't know what's going on at this company. I've been asking the question day after day, and I think at this point, if you're not accepting of the fact that this game has diminished incredibly in the short span of about 6 months, it's downgraded this significantly. If you're not able to recognize that, I don't really know what else to say. I just think you need to be cognizant of when a game is giving you less than what it did before, and there's no reason for a company like Hoyoverse that makes this much fucking money and has this much fucking budget to actively make the game worse as time goes on. That's just, and especially when you know the track record of Honkai Impact 3rd, the game that you know is definitely like not a moneymaker for Hoyo, that gets updates to make the game better every patch. That's like the actual love child of Hoyoverse. This is the red-headed step cut.
That
HI3 is getting more support than ZZZ currently with how this
Impact
shit
3rd
has
is
been tracking.
Because I used to play that game a lot. I used to play that game a lot when I first was getting into like some Hoyo games, and I'm surprised that game still gets updated to this day. I was surprised they even they get collabs. I'm not that surprised they collab with themselves, like, you know, Honkai, but like that's just crazy to me.
What an absolute miss! Patch over patch over fucking patch. Waiting for the next soft relaunch. Don't worry, they'll probably advertise the soft relaunch for version 2.4. They'll start advertising that in the middle of 2.2. Don't worry. They'll say they'll fix the game again. The announcement will probably come up 3 days into version 2.2 that they're fixing everything in 2.4 once again. Every single time you expect something from this game, and all you get is
basically
disappointment.
means more free
this
shit.
is just
Yes,
another
sir.
example of it. So yeah, that'll be that, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think about this.
Okay, well, that's that for this Saint Tornados video. Make sure you guys check him out as well and leave him a like. It was a good one as always, and I agree with a lot of his opinions, but just not simply the ones on their bad designs. I think they look good in my opinion. I like them. But nevertheless, let's continue to the next video. This one. And then
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I think
this is ZZZ players are pissed. What the fuck? Worst endgame in Hoyo history. Damn. Oh, maybe we'll check that out next time.
it is time for us to get into what might be
His
a
videos are
total
entertaining,
shift
I
for
will
the
be
Zenless
honest.
Zone Zero community.
Yeah, you saw that one,
It is
right?
no lie at all that
Oh wait, this is an hour video? What the fuck? What? I thought this was like 10 minutes. Oh my gosh. I don't have time for that. Which one did we just watch? We watched this one. Damn. You know what? Maybe we'll check out this. Nah. Well, I'm gonna just watch another video because that's how much time I got left. Cause I gotta start driving. You got the link for it, Ice, for the gameplay one? Then you could send that to me. I can just pull it up real quick if you know. 10 minutes. That's the 7-minute one. Oh my. Jesus. Yo. I'm guessing this is what you're talking about, this one? Or is it this one? There's two I'm seeing. It's the 13-minute one right here, and then there's the one from IGN. I wish I could stream longer, but I got nothing to stream with at my house. I don't know what changes. Which video did you watch? Was it the one from IGN or was it I guess we'll just watch this. This is Ananta official extended gameplay trailer. Please enjoy. Alright, this is what we're gonna watch, Ice. Anyone that watches this, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe as well. And here we go. GTA anime.
That's him! That's our target!
Huh. You jokers again?
This time you're not getting away!
Don't you guys have anything better to do?
Combos.
Everyone dog!
Alright, it was a little slow at first, but you got combos. I like it. Damn! You get cursed on nigga. Damn! You just kicked him to the fucking car. Nah, this is a game. This is just a straight up game. This shit is crazy. The combos is crazy. And look, you got like a little GTA map too. That's fucking sick.
I'll pound you into the pavement!
Could you guys at least try?
I'm not gonna lie, these guys look like fucking spider punks. Look like the spider punk. Look like a bunch of spider punk fans.
Not to come off so desperate. What do you guys really want?
Our boss wants to hold a concert.
I just hope it speeds up a little bit.
Problem with that?
When the fighting gets more into it, I hope it gets a little bit faster. Because as right now, it starts off a little slow, from what I noticed. What is the street combat? They definitely took some inspiration from Arkham Knight. Cause they even got the little warning signs around the head when you're about to get attacked. This is basically the Arkham Knight, the Arkham series fighting system. Oh, pretty much. That's what it looks like to me.
Hey, you just book a stadium like everyone else?
Yeah, this is pretty much that. It's pretty much that, and probably mixed with some of the Spider-Man stuff. The Spider-Man took the same thing
Then how about
from
a
the
beach?
Arkham games, but then they obviously mixed in, like, you know, the web slinging stuff. And wherever he's doing that weird tentacle shit with his arms, that looks like similar to the way you do with Venom or Black Suit Spider-Man.
Concert.
Surround him!
Yeah, this is definitely Arkham inspired from this combat.
Gang up on him!
Yeah, this is crazy. When is this being released, bro? I'm definitely gonna get. We definitely stream this day one. Definitely stream this day one. I'm probably gonna check if it's on. I'm gonna check on pre-download this. If you can, I'm definitely gonna put it on the download as soon as it's released. Release next year. Oh yeah. Damn, this shit looks so good. I wish it released now.
You guys seem to be having a good time. Wasn't it exciting enough for you before? Looking for an encore?
Not with music that cringe. By the way,
Did he just say
who are
cringe?
you?
I work for the Nova City Crime.
Did bro just say cringe?
By the way, who are you?
I work for the Nova City Crime Agency.
I can explain. They started all that back there, not me.
No need to get jumpy. I just...
Watch out!
I wanted to hear him say cringe again. But
Watch with the hot pursuit. Think you can lose him?
Hold on tight.
I could swear he definitely said cringe.
Darn, these guys are persistent. Jeez, this is a bit much.
In front of us! Get closer. I've got an idea. Mind if I borrow this?
They're gonna
What
be,
was that you
like,
just did?
porn. There's gonna be like probably crazy prawn of this character because like tentacles already go crazy in Japan. Imagine what they're gonna do with this dude or the girl version of him.
Careful! Right on target.
We just spraying bullets on. I'm not gonna lie.
Looks like their
He's
license is getting
spraying
revoked.
bullets on an open road. Is this not dangerous? What the fuck? She's an officer.
They've really got their hooks in us. Aim for the tires. Help them deflate. Well done. Another one. Don't stop firing. Sweet. Keep at it.
Get a little closer.
Aim for the driver.
Why not just shoot the
Adios.
wheels? Why commit murder? Shouldn't there be? There should be more ways for these.
Not the
cars,
greatest
like,
behind the wheel, are they?
Same goes for their shooting.
Good thing I've got a bona fide wheelman.
And one who follows the rules of the road, too.
Unfortunately, I
Y'all-
can't see the same for the
Y'all
truck
just
up
caused
ahead.
mass destruction. The fuck are you talking about?
Crap. No.
Mass murder just happened there. We're talking about. Yeah, I'm a great wheelman. Sure, lady. Woman in driving.
Hang on tight!
They had to try hard for ass. Normal Monday in the city.
You've got some
Normal money
serious
in
strength,
thick
just
city.
like in the video.
Yeah. You can never get away with this in non-thick city, just because she's thick and there's everyone in this world. I'm assuming is gonna be pretty much hot. It's allowed.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. Hold on. Where did all these bikers come from?
Another beautiful day.
All right, where to next?
How cool build site. Should be pretty empty over there.
My meal, you done
The road ahead is blocked. Turn left.
never like a fool, but I watched the same.
Come here, run up or send it past.
Tired.
See what I can do.
Nah, it really is.
Watch out.
It looks like
on the left.
it looks like the San Andreas. It looks like the San Andreas map, like one of the older GTA maps. It is good though. I'm
Traffic
sure it's
jam
gonna
up
change a
ahead.
lot when they do the release of this trailer.
Go left.
I thought Nova City was supposed to be safe.
Usually is. Criminals apparently can't resist your charm. Darn, we've got
got company here, too. Full steam ahead. Hit the gas. Roadblocks. Hit the gas.
Sorry! Coming through!
Up ahead.
Whoa! Hope the city doesn't find me. Is this a road or an obstacle course?
Give me the wheel. I know how to get us out of here.
All right. Let's switch spots.
Grab the wheel.
Got it.
Hold steady.
All set. Why is there a train coming at us?
Because we're going the wrong way. Brace yourself.
Hey, yo. This bitch is crazy! Like, they damn near got
At this rate, huh?
freaking hit off the goddamn track, bro. I'll be scared out of my mind.
The city's gonna get wrecked. They're coming out of the woodwork.
I see him.
It's all you. Don't stop firing.
They do need to make the AI better though, because it doesn't seem like they're really shooting him, like, or shooting you. Like, they don't, like, or at least not shooting you as much. Like, you know, like, as right now, I don't know if you could fail this or not.
Side!
Sharp turn. Hold on tight.
It looks like. No,
Good aim. You got skills.
so much damage to the car. I guess they try to make it realistic, I guess.
Nice.
But you would think these cars are like so much armor. You wouldn't think they just
Perfect.
blow up just like that.
In front of us.
Looks like we got more goons waiting for us.
Perfect chance for you to test your marksmanship.
I know, right? Like every car is blowing up. So many, like, they have so much fucking like fuel just lying around. Cause golly, like, they just blow. The whole city should be down under at this point. We should be looking at Atlantis soon. Nata, more like a game now.
Let's take them out for good. One down.
No problem. I got this.
Okay, that blew up in his face. That, bro, as far as I know, he's not a normal human, but that shit damn near blew up in his face, bro. Like, how does he not burn at all? What the fuck?
Finally, some peace and quiet. I hope those cars are insured.
You've got some skills. Ever thought about joining the NCCA?
Is the ACD shutting down big news?
Shutting down, I thought.
That's what gets them. That's what gets them. Are we serious?
What the heck?
We got QTE. We got QTE. Bro is legit. Nah, he's Spider-Man. He just Spider-Man. He just black suit Spider-Man as a human. I want to say, damn, he's strong. He's strong as fuck.
Hey, wait a second. Oh no.
Okay, so you can fail QTEs. It doesn't. See, I like that. That's what they don't do in Wuwa. If you fail the QTEs in Wuwa, it just automatically completes it for you. They need to fix that. This is how it should be. You should be able to fail the QTEs. And yeah, this shit is insane. There's just so much action going on from the start of him coming out that bar to absolute destruction.
Gonna need to borrow this. Hey, quit hurling stuff, would ya? Your aim's terrible anyway. Hi there. Strike! Riddance. Hey, you good?
Just a minor hiccup. Here, catch. Show 'em what for.
Perfect! Appreciate it! Knock, knock! Here's a little gift from the fans.
He gets murdered. Wait, what? How is he alive? How is he alive? He just threw a grenade in there.
Wow, that gift was a real banger.
Man,
That was intense.
The cleanup is gonna be a nightmare, though.
The
Looks like that's the end of the show.
The amount of destruction.
Nicely done back there. I still owe you a proper introduction. I'm Lakia Rain, director of the Nova City Crime Agency.
Probably just got fired.
What do you say, Punk Master? Got a minute?
Wait,
Punk
are we heading to
Master?
the NCCA?
Hey,
No
yo.
need to give me any good citizen awards, honestly.
Is that what your name? in the
Let's find a
game?
spot and chat for a while. You've got me curious.
Well, that is an answer, guys. We can pre-register. I will do that. Well, I enjoyed the trailer. The gameplay looked great. The driving, I think, looked good as well. So far, it looks like you pretty much have as much freedom with driving as you do with GTA. Yeah, everything's looking really good so far. I just think they probably need to work on the AI for the enemies. I'm sure it gets better, like when you get more into the game, like when you meet the harder enemies and whatnot. But like when they were shooting at you, you didn't seem like they were shooting as much. But so far, though, everything looks great, and I'm very excited. I'm definitely gonna try it for sure. I'm definitely gonna be playing this game as soon as it comes out. We'll be trying it day one. So I hope to see you there, and that'll be all for this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and please subscribe. But yeah, I would like to see the female MC. I bet she's gonna be gas. That's probably what maybe that's her right there with the pink hair, but maybe not though. But I'm sure she's gonna be gas though because they didn't show her yet. She's probably gonna be a baddie, probably an absolute bad bitch. But yeah, Ice. I'm glad to have you be able to catch the stream before I gotta go, but it's about time for me to head out. Today was a little bit of earlier stream, but next weekend I'll try to stream again if I can, and try to do it on Saturday or Friday if I can. But thanks, man, for tagging along again. Always a good time seeing you. Yep. I'll see you in the next one, Ice. Thanks for showing up again. Make sure to let your friends, your family, your brother, your sister, your cousins all know so we can grow. Because, the faster we get this to grow, the better. Because, it makes us profitable. That'd be great. But thanks, man, as always, for coming by. I'll see you in the next one. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Peace.